we had the presentation of these European texts they're in a kind of silo form. We had the competitiveness program. That was a way for us to translate the Draghi reports and into broad European context, which allows us today, strategy by strategy, sector by sector, to roll out different rules for the industrial sector. For example, we want to have these emergency plans, but in areas where there's growth potential and where we want to make progress, particularly on the figures which Commissioner Zaeva gave very correctly, particularly when it comes to the funding of these startups. All of this is very actually consistent and coherent, and there's a common denominator here. Given the geopolitical situation, the Choose Europe approach actually becomes a European Commission policy. It's a question of attractiveness, so everything we're doing on the regulatory environment, or doing away with red tape, on making sure our sectorial plans are more easily understandable, the strategic plans, creating a regulatory environment which favours business in Europe. At the same time, we need to safeguard our European model, protect that. It's not the Chinese or American model. What we want to do is reinforce the European model. All of this, I think, is very coherent, and we're betting on the future, on decarbonisation. We don't produce any fossil fuels, so we have to electrify, decarbonise. It's a bet on new industry with startups, also looking towards the future while preserving, historic industries. There's no state or sovereignty without the production of cars or chemical products or steel. All of this, I feel, is a very coherent approach, and particularly given the times we live in. And there's one point I'd like to make in particular. When we drafted the Letta and Draghi reports, we'd have to be real visionary to see what kind of economic state the world would be in today. I think it's fair to say that these reports are even more relevant today than they were 6 months ago. And so all we're doing is really rolling out this strategy, sovereignty, economic autonomy, preserving historic industry for our own sovereignty, reducing dependencies, and improving the regulatory framework and European competitiveness more generally. There's an economic coherence through all of this. We have our strategy. It's a kind of business plan, really.